Welcome to Kendall and Mr. O'Brien's Football Talk. I'm Kendall, and this is Mr. O'Brien. He likes the Patriots just like me.
Well, Kendall, a lot's happened since the last time we had our show.
A lot's happened.
Start with the Arizona game. It was a much-needed win.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't the most exciting game, but they got the job done. They got out of there with the win on Monday Night Football. What were the keys to that game?
Keys to the game was the defense playing phenomenal.
Absolutely. I agree with you there. I think the defense really held that whole game together, and they got out of there with the win. Again, it wasn't the most exciting game. But on to yesterday. Patriots versus Raiders. What happened, Kendall?
It looked pretty good there until Ramondre Stevenson fumbled it, Jacoby Myers caught it, and then Jacoby tried to pass it back to Mac, and then it didn't work. So Chandler Jones from the Raiders caught it, and then he ran in the end zone, and then Raiders won.
And that was it. So why didn't they kneel with the ball and just send it to overtime? Who's calling these plays?
Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia. I know. So Belichick versus McDaniels. I'm somewhat shocked that Bill Belichick lost to Josh McDaniels. They really needed this win.
Yeah,
They've made it a lot more difficult now to get into the playoffs. Is Robert Kraft losing faith in Bill Belichick or the coaching staff?
No, he is not. Bill Belichick is probably the greatest coach in NFL history. He can do anything.
Okay, I agree with you on that. Upcoming games. Kendall, we have the Bengals on Christmas Eve, the Dolphins on New Year's Day, the Bills away to end the season. For them to have a 100% chance of making the playoffs, the Patriots need to win all three of these games.
Yes, they do.
They could possibly get away with winning two, depending on what happens with the other AFC teams. But one win isn't going to get it done. So how do you see this unfolding in these next three weeks?
I see this unfolding by beating Cincinnati and beating Miami and possibly not a shot at Buffalo.
Okay, I agree with you. I mean, if they could just take these next two games, Buffalo, who knows, they might be sitting all their starters now that they clinched a playoff spot. I'd love to see the Patriots go 3-0, but this is going to be three very difficult games.
Yep.
The path is very narrow to the playoffs. They're still mathematically alive, but they really have to step up big Christmas Eve against Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Predictions on this week, Kendall?
I'm going with 38-35. Patriots all the way.
Patriots, I'm going to go Patriots 21-7 over the Bengals as well. A few notable items from this week. Chiefs and Bills both clinched a playoff spot in the AFC. Tom Brady, 8 losses in the regular season for the first time ever in his career. What do you think about that, Kendall?
That was really embarrassing yesterday. You want to think Tom Brady to do something like that. Tom Brady's good, but if you're going to want to get into the playoffs, that is not how you're going to do it, Brady.
Not at all. And he still has a couple games left, right? So, I mean, Is it possible that you could have 9 or 10 losses and still get into the playoffs?
It's definitely possible.
So there's rumors that he might come back to New England. What are your thoughts on that, Kendall?
I would take him in a heartbeat.
I agree with you. What about Mac Jones then?
He would be the backup, learn from Brady.
Learn from Brady for a year or two and then go back to Mac Jones?
Yep.
Okay. So now it's time for our up or down segment, Kendall. Will the Patriots make the playoffs? Straight up. Going to give it a little in between.
I'm going to give it a kind of do.
Patriots special teams. Moving forward. Thumbs up. You don't have to agree with me. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. They're going to need it.
I'm going with kind of on that one.
Okay. Patriots defense.
They look phenomenal.
They do look phenomenal. Matt Patricia calling the plays on the offense.
God, I'm going with down.
Yeah.
I'm going with down on this one because Matt Patricia doesn't. I don't think he should be the offensive coordinator anymore. They need a real offensive coordinator.
You know, I agree with you, Kendall. I mean, he was a defensive coach, right? Wasn't he the defensive coordinator for years?
Yep, he used to be the former Lions head coach.
I just don't understand it. I think he's a good coach. I'm sure he's a good guy. I just think that somebody else should be calling the plays.
Yep.
So, thank you for joining our 6th installment of the Kendall and O'Brien Show. And we look forward to seeing you. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you before the New Year.
Bye.